Good time of day to all of you, my chess friends. This is Grandmaster Alex Chermalinsky. Today I'm in charge of Game of the Day from round 3 of the Bilbao tournament. Alright, long anticipated day because of the game I'm going to show you. Magnus Carlsen meets Sergey Karjakin for the first time this year, and all eyes of course on the upcoming World Championship match to be played later this fall in New York City. Yeah, we all remember, of course, that we anticipated this game right after the candidates finished and Karjakin's triumph at the Norway chess tournament, but Sergey Karjakin chose not to participate in that event, which stirred up some controversy, and anyway, at least Karjakin, by accepting the invitation to this tournament, somehow alleviated that pressure and quiet down those talks about him chickening out and whatnot. Now, both players came to this game maybe mildly disappointed with their tournament situation. Magnus, of course, because for the first time ever he suffered a loss against Hikaru Nakamura, having 12 wins and 18 draws, I believe, in their previous classical encounters. And that was a surprising event, of course, and a great confidence builder for Nakamura, but I mean, Magnus takes losses like this in stride, One of the great things about Magnus is his ability to bounce back. It has a lot to do with his confidence, of course, and a great physical condition. And while Magnus may be coming to his tournaments a little cold, and it's a common thing for him not to start off very well, but usually he plays stronger as the tournament goes along. Karjakin, on the other hand, played 2 of his games to draws. Should be a little disappointed with his failure to put away the game against Giri yesterday, where he had a very promising attack. Chose the wrong sacrifice. Anyway, I don't know if it was covered yesterday in the Game of the Day or not, but I analyzed that game. Anyway, could have been worse for Karjakin, by the way, yesterday against Giri, but ultimately the game ended in a draw. So 2 draws for Sergey out of 2 games with the white pieces. Somewhat disappointing. Alright, and now the big encounter. Magnus opens with e4. Okay. Alright, everything looks good. Then, of course, c5. Well, I said, of course, c5. I think people now realize that playing those e4, e5 anti-Berlin, Italian, Giocopiano kind of structures is not really the best option against Magnus. Magnus plays them extremely well on both sides. And maybe indeed the Sicilian is the way to go. Possibly encouraged by Nakamura's success. That game was a Sicilian. But Magnus, true to his style, would avoid all theoretical lines, possibly leaving his options open for the World Championship match, and he just goes c3. So this surprised Karjakin a little bit. It's a known line. White can play like this. There's nothing really unusual about it, but black here has choices. After some deliberation, Sergey chose to play g6. There is a known line that begins with knight c6. But I mean, it has pretty bad reputation, because in this situation, black has to play queen a5. If the knight goes away, then queen a4 picks off the other knight. So queen a5 check is forced now, and white gets a whole lot of compensation in this position. There have been numerous games. Well, you might think, isn't that what you want against Carlsen? At least, he has to do something else but his trademark positional squeeze. Maybe, but it's a big gamble, and gambling is real hard now without... When people say, I gambled on this line, most of the time they